understanding, and devoted to her children.
Ah! Better not to hit you with this mess. Look at you lot. Most people have wall-to-wall carpet. I've got wall-to-wall compost.
Oh, knock it off, Mum. Chill out, Mum. Can't hear the TV. Yeah, get a life.
Get alive? Don't tell me to get alive. I'll get alive when you lot leave home. Who are thieves? They look like they've been warm for 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, they have. I just thought I'd give you less washing to do.
You were disgusting. You ordered a pizza a week ago and here's the box still on the floor. And you didn't even put the leftovers in the rubbish.
Leftovers? That's mine. I knew there was a piece left. No, you had 6 pieces. I only had 5.
You're all disgusting, revolting and gross. You've turned this place into a pigsty.
Oink, oink. Grunt, grunt.
Hey, you might think this is a joke, but I'm serious. I want you to get a life. I want you all to get a place of your own. I'm writing out 4 checks of equal amounts.
But there are only 3 of us. Yeah, who's the 4 check for?
Whoever can change their grotty ways and stop living like a pig.
See me smile. Winners are grinners. Oh, yeah. We'll see about that, Porky. I'm the one who'll be bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, we'll just spend this wisely. It might be all you'll get.
Now the first of the Bigs fancied himself as the heavy metal headbanger. He went straight to the nearest music store and bought a Gibson Flying V guitar, complete with 6 triple overround death buckers and an atomic amp. What a rig! Which didn't leave him much money to buy a house. But he was lucky, came across a real estate agent who had a once-in-a-lifetime property priced to sell.
This one has just come on the market. First to see, we'll buy.
Windows are all broken.
Air-conditioned comfort.
That roof doesn't look very strong. It looks like it's made of straw and there are holes in it.
Holes, you mean skylights. On a clear day, you can see forever.
It needs a lot of work.
Renovator's dream.
How much is it?
How much have you got? Sold.
Oh, what a feeling.
Now what would you do if you just bought a Gibson Flying V guitar, complete with 6 triple overround death buckets and an atomic amp? Did he renovate? No, he played his guitar. Did he clean up after himself? No, he turned up his amplifier. Did he do the washing? No, he drove the neighbours mad. And before he knew it, what did he have? A pigsty. Time flies when you're having fun. I know, soon his mother would be here to check on his progress. Whatever would he do?
Who is it?
Little pig, let me in. I have something you might be interested in.
Pig, the neighbours must have complained.
Hello, I'm Herr Wolfenstein. Have I got a deal for you? Your cleaning worries are over with the all-new Super Deluxe gas-powered German-made dust blaster, the Gerschladerfader Messen Blaster. With this beauty, you can simply blow your rubbish away.
Well, I don't know.
And there's more. The first 5,000 customers to buy the Gerschladerfader Messen Blaster will receive at no extra cost a complete set of Christmas cookie cutters.
I don't do much baking.
But that's not all. Just by having a free demonstration of the Gerschladerfader Messen Blaster, you'll receive close-up, free of charge, at absolutely no cost to you, a magnificent set of stainless steel steak knives.
Don't eat much steak. Can they cut pizza?
They'll cut anything.
All right, come in and let her rip.
One, two, three, four.
Piggy boy was sick. Piggy boy was dim. He opened the door and let him in. There was a blast of wind when he pressed the starter on the simply amazing Gerschladerfader.
with a terrible sound. It blew so hard that the house fell down. Blew away the rubbish and blew away the pig, and the salesman stole his guitar and rig.
Now the second little pig tried to be more sensible with his money, but being a computer nerd, he couldn't help himself buying a 1,000,000 megabyte multimedia computer, complete with digital monitor, CD-ROM, ergo mouse, Technicolor printer, and a chipset motherboard. In fact, this computer was so high-tech, it even had a fatherboard as well. With so much computer gear to play around with, it didn't leave him much money to buy a house, but he was lucky and came across a real estate agent who had a once-in-a-lifetime property priced to sell.
This one is in top position. Inspection won't disappoint.
It needs a lot of painting.
Well, I think those sticks are that natural timber. Gives it a wonderful cottage atmosphere.
It does have a lot of trees.
Wake up to the birds.
And quite a big yard.
Great for the kiddies.
All right, I'll take it.
Must be sold.
I said I'll take it.
Oh, really? Just sign here. Oh, what a feeling.
With so much computer gear to play around with, there was little time for cleaning. Instead of shining the silver, he was surfing the net. Instead of loading the washing machine, he was downloading discs. And instead of making the bed, he was making 10,000 on Nintendo. You guessed it. And in no time at all, the house was a pigsty.
Who is it? Little pig, let me in. I have something you might be interested in. Pig? Who's calling me a pig? Sounds just like my mother. My mother, oh no, she'll be here soon. How can I ever win that money? Money? Love the sound of that word. I'm Her Wolfenstein, and I'm here to sweep away your worries. In fact, with the all-new Super Deluxe gas-powered German-made dustbuster, the Gerschladerfaden Messing Blaster, you'll never have to sweep again. Sounds great. But wait, there's more. Today only we are offering a bonus gift, free of charge, at absolutely no cost to you. A Porkmaster 2000 to help you kiss your lord goodbye. Are you suggesting I'm fat? But wait, there's more. By now you will also receive not 1 month, not 2 months, but 12 months supply of Bacon Crispies. Yum, I'll take the lot. Let me show you what it does. You'll be amazed. The last demonstration brought the house down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There was a blast of wind when he pressed the starter. It was simply amazing. Gerschladerfaden. Half then apart with a terrible sound, blew so hard that the house fell down. That piggy boy ran away in fear, and the salesman grabbed his computer gear.
So that only leaves one little pig, the boring one of the family. He didn't like music and he wasn't into computers. He spent all his time eating takeaway and in front of the TV, a real couch potato. He even had a TV in the toilet. He spent his money on a double brick needle-spin house in a top position. But with so many game shows, soapies and talk shows to watch, it wasn't long before there were mountains of mouldy, maggoty fast food boxes lying everywhere. It was almost impossible to get into the toilet.
Who can that be? Can't be time for Mum already. We're homeless, penniless, defenseless, jobless.
You come to the right place. Help me clear out this mess before Mum gets here and we'll split the check.
been some trouble.
No house, no inspection, no money. We could hardly call this house spotless. But as you're the only one who's made an effort, the money is yours.
Money? There's that word again. I'll take that money if you don't mind. It's the wolf. Don't let him turn on that machine.
Never fear, Mother's here.
Clean it up. Oh, come on, blow with it.
Blow him away.
One, two, three, four.
It was a blast of wind when he pressed the starter, and the simply amazing girl started flutter. She gave a yell, she gave a curse, she threw the blaster into reverse, sucked him in with a slimy slurp, and he gave a humongous spurt. Steam and hissed as it overloaded. Mighty bang, exploded.
You've got a big bag of wings.
One, two, three, four.
Now their mum has saved their bacon. They might admit they've been mistaken. Perhaps they'll change their piggy ways and learn to earn their mother's praise. You should learn this simple fact. To make the grade, clean up your act!
This is the story of Zingarella.
The sun rises. Our play begins. Manuel de Popolo, the son of a wealthy merchant, is in his study, carefully poring over his notes. He stamps his feet. Impatiently. And calls for his servant, Rockefeller.
Rockefeller!
Rockefeller tears down the stairs. And trips across the room.
Go and fetch me Zingarella!
Demands Manuel. Rockefeller flies to do his master's bidding. Time passes. Manuel crosses the floor. Once, twice, thrice. At last, Zingarella comes sweeping into the room.
For the last time, will you marry me?
Insists Manuel. Zingarella turns a little pale. No! She shouts 1,000 times no.
Then I'll have to cast you into the dungeon.
Says Manuel in a rage. She throws herself at his feet. Oh, sir, she pleads, I appeal to you. Haughtily, he tells her, your appeal is fruitless, and stomps it.
room. Zingara flies out in her dither. Oh, if only Patrick would come. He would save her. The hours pass slowly. Finally. Finally, Zingara takes her stand and scans the horizon. Suddenly, she hears a whistle. Could it be Zingarella?
It is I.
My love, your Patrick. He enters the room and tenderly presses her hand. She throws him a line. Just at that moment, Manuel returns and challenges Patrick to a duel. In a fury, they assault each other. Finally, Manuel gives up the match and departs. At last you are mine, says Patrick. He leads his love away into the night. The sun sets. Night falls. The curtains come together.
Rumpelstiltskin, Private Eye. The name on my door says it all. Rumpelstiltskin, Private Eye. I'm the one people turn to when they're in a jam. That crazy wolf who blew down those big houses, I caught him. When Jack stole Giant's gold lame head, I tracked him down. Of course, things don't always go so smoothly. Take my last case. What started out as a good mystery almost ended with me in the dungeon, all because of the captain of the guards, a miller's daughter, and a whole lot of straw. It began on a rainy Friday afternoon. I was watching an old Sherlock Holmes movie on TV when the miller walked in the door. I recognised him right away. He and his daughter had been in the news a lot lately. Rumour had it she'd been spinning strong to gold for the king, but I didn't believe that for a minute.
I'm looking for a private eye.
That's me. Have a seat.
I poured him another glass of coke. He was a scrubby-looking man, close-patched and double-patched. He needed a haircut worse than Rapunzel. The miller sipped his drink, then sighed.
It's my daughter. She's been kidnapped by the king.
I whistled. The king was a little greedy. He said he'd marry anyone who would increase his stash of gold and cash. Still, he was a nice guy, and I had trouble believing that he would kidnap anyone.
Can your daughter really spin straw into gold?
Of course not. What kind of fairy tale do you think this is?
Then why would the king kidnap her?
Well, I was bowling with the captain of the palace guard, and I happened to mention how intelligent my daughter is, how beautiful she is, and, well, how she can spin straw into gold. The next day, she was gone.
I groaned. There's no telling how many kids have got into trouble because their parents bragged a little too much.
Well, I guess the captain told the king what I said. So can you please get my daughter out of the castle?
I'd thought about it. I'd had a run-in with the captain of the guard before, caught him taking a bribe from Puss in Boots. It didn't surprise me that he was mixed up in this, but why would the king keep the miller's daughter in the castle if she couldn't spin straw to gold? Surely he had discovered that little fact by now. I told him I'd take the case. I loved a good mystery, and this one wasn't possible. I shook hands with the miller, then ran to the castle. It was still raining, but I figured, hey, this will save me the trouble of having a bath tonight. I stopped it. I stopped at the guardhouse by the drawbridge. My friend Happy was on duty. He and I had been the first really short people to make a friend in the guard academy. After I could become a private eye, Happy decided on to become a lieutenant. He said, being a castle guard paid better than working for Snow White, and it was easier than being self-employed like me.
What's up, Rump? G'day, Happy. Need to see the king. Got a case that involves it. No can do, mate. The captain of the guard said no one gets in today, and I'm just doing what he says. He's got a major case of hay fever, and he's in a nasty mood. Now, why would hay fever be bothering him in the castle? The captain found someone to spin straw into gold for the king. His Highness is so excited, he ordered us to get every bit of straw in the kingdom. One of the three little pigs even came and shouted at me today, because we even took down his straw house. Can the miller's daughter really spin straw into gold? I've seen it myself. Straw goes into the main storeroom at night, gold comes out the next day. The king's making a bundle.
I was just about to ask Happy to let me into the castle to snoop around when the captain of the guard appeared.
Captain Hunter, what is he doing here? I'm looking for the miller's daughter. Have you seen her?
The captain glared at me. As he leaned close to me, I caught a whiff of him. Sure, his uniform was filthy and he smelled like rotten fish.
I don't talk to little creeps like you, Bumble Stiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. The name's Rumpelstiltskin.
The captain had never been able to remember my name.
Whatever. Happy, follow your orders. No visitors.
He walked back into the castle. Happy sighed. He didn't like the captain either.
Where's the miller's daughter? She's in the main storeroom, but you better stay away. You get anywhere near her, and the captain will be after you like a big bad wolf.
I thanked Happy, then walked away. Things just didn't make sense. No one could spin straw into gold, but it sure sounded if that were happening. I'd had to get into the castle to see it for myself, but how? The castle walls are 40 feet tall, and the rain made them as slick as ice. I looked down at the moat and saw water shooting out of the drain pipe. Bingo, I thought. Every room in the castle had a large drain on the floor to let the water out. Later that night, after the rain had stopped, I swam across the moat and swam like a worm to the drain pipe. Talk about disgusting. Mushy garbage and rats everywhere. I even got a bath in some old fish stew that someone had dumped down the drain.
Fish stew.
Soon the drain pipe widened into a sewer. It was so dark in there, I had to feel my way along the sewer wall. Suddenly, I stumbled over some heavy bags of trash. One of the bags slumped onto me as I went sprawling in the muck. I wriggled out from under it and kept groping along. Eventually, I found the pipe leading to the storeroom. As I eased up the room's drain cover, it clanked softly on the stone floor.
Who's there?
A voice snapped. I looked around and saw a young woman sitting by a spinning wheel in one corner of the room.
I'm Rumpelstiltskin Private Eye. Your father sent me to help you. Great. I thought I'd be stuck here in
not so happily ever after.
No. Suddenly, she wrinkled her nose.
Whew, you stink.
Yeah, well, real life rescues tend to be messier than in fairy tales. The cleanest escape would be out the window.
I said as I approached her. Then it hit me. The miller's daughter had supposedly been spinning straw into gold all night, but there was no gold, and only a little straw in the room.
Aren't we missing something here? Where's all the straw and gold?
Oh, the captain's already stashed the straw, and as for the gold, well, you'll be taking the blame for that.
Blame for what?
Suddenly, an alarm went off in my head. I'd been set up. I tried to run, but the woman grabbed me. She was a full 2 foot taller than me and held me in a half Nelson.
Guards! Guards! I've caught the thief!
No! I'm here to help you.
I don't need your help, I'm going to be queen!
I couldn't believe my ears. Before I could say anything, the storeroom door opened and in walked the captain.
Looks like we've caught the thief.
I'm not a thief.
You made it easy, Bumble Tallskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. The name's Rumpelstiltskin.
Whatever. Anyway, I knew you couldn't ignore a good mystery.
What's going on? Tricking the king into believing that the miller's daughter can spin straw into gold isn't going to do anything good for you.
We'll see. Arrest him.
Gee, I thought, wicked witch has got their finger on this guy. Still, you don't need to be a PI if you can't improvise. I pushed my straw under some straw and kicked it up into the captain's face. He exploded into a few coughs and sneezes.
Gotta love that shit.
I said to the miller's daughter as I stomped on her foot. She screamed and let me go. I lunged for the window.
Get him!
The captain gasped, but I was already jumping. It was 40 feet right down to the moat. Looks like I'll finally get my bath. I pulled myself out of the water and ran for my life. The next morning I was on the run. I hid in an apple tree at Old MacDonald's farm, listening to my walking. The radio was full of news about me stealing 20 bags of gold from the king's treasury. I groaned. It was a good scam. The captain was stealing gold from the treasury to convince the king that the miller's daughter could spin straw and gold. With me accused of robbing the treasury, it'd be hard to prove that no gold had been added to it. Instead, the miller's daughter would marry the king, the captain would gain a fortune in stolen gold, and I'd be on my way to the dungeon. I wanted to scream. I couldn't let the captain get away with this, but what could I do? It would only be a matter of time until the guards found me. Suddenly it hit me. Actually, it bit me. A horse thrust its head into my apple tree, nibbling on an apple, and got me instead. I fell out of the apple tree and landed hard on my butt. As I rubbed my bruised leg, I felt something in my pocket that hadn't been there the day before. I pulled it out, a gold coin. How had that gotten in there? Then I smiled. All at once, I knew how to expose the captain as a thief, stop the king from marrying the con artist, and clear my name. The radio said that the king's wedding would be that Saturday in the castle. The entire kingdom was invited, and I figured it wouldn't be too hard to sneak in. Nobody would expect that I'd be dumb enough to return to the scene of the crime. On the wedding day, I headed to the miller and his daughter were marching down the aisle. Then, with a yell, I jumped out. That wedding went quiet, faster than little Bo Peep lost her sheep. The king and his bride were horrified. The captain of the guard ran towards me.
You're under arrest, wrinkled softskin!
Rumpelstiltskin. The name's Rumpelstiltskin.
Whatever.
Behind him, the wedding guests whispered excitedly. Well, I'd give him even more to whisper about.
Your Majesty, I've come to throw myself on the mercy and justice and restore the stolen gold.
As you can imagine, that got the greedy king's attention. He signaled for silence, then looked at me.
Very well, where's my gold?
I'll do better than that. I'll show you.
The captain of the guard started to protest, but the king hushed him. He wanted his gold back, figuring that he still got the best of me. The captain gave in. Happy came up to tie my hands.
I can't believe you did it. Wait and see. I might surprise you yet.
Happy finished tying my hands, then dragged me before the king.
Now lead us to my goal.
To the goal!
The captain of the guard and the miller's daughter exchanged worried looks, but the king didn't notice. He really wanted his gold back. So I took off with the king, Happy, the miller and his daughter, and the captain trooping along behind me. I kept close to the captain. We walked through the throne room, past the treasury, down to the kitchen. The captain was starting to get restless.
You're trying my patience, Stumple Tall Skin.
The name's... Never mind. The goal is nearby. I just forgot which room it's in.
We descended the stairway and walked down a long hall. This was taking longer than I thought it would. I was just getting nervous when the captain put out a handkerchief, took a deep breath, and sneezed.
The goal's in there.
I pointed to the nearest door. It led to the dungeon.
Preposterous!
The captain blustered, but he wasn't in charge here.
Open the door!
Happy marched forward and swung the door wide open. We crowded in to stare at straw. There were piles and piles of straw. At first, no one understood.
Where's my gold?
After an awkward moment, Happy turned and smiled at the king.
The captain said all the straw in the kingdom had been turned into gold. If that's true, what's the straw doing here?
The miller's daughter didn't spin any straw into gold. Instead, the captain swapped the straw for gold from the treasury and blamed his theft on me. The two were working in cahoots together to rob you, Your Majesty.
Then where's my gold?
Hidden in the sewer under the castle.
Then I pulled out the gold coin I'd found in my pocket.
When I was climbing up here to rescue the miller's daughter, this went into my pocket. And then I remembered how the captain of the guard smelt like rotting fish, just like I did after crawling through the sewer. Then I figured that he was hiding the gold there until the coast was clear.
The king frowned at the captain and the miller's daughter.
Wasn't my fault. My father and the captain made me do it.
Well, that did it. The miller, his daughter, and the captain began yelling and arguing like you wouldn't believe. There was no honour among these thieves. The king ordered Happy to throw them all in the dungeon. Happy and I then crawled into the sewer and retrieved all the stolen gold. The next day, I came to the castle.
Congrats on the promotion.
He'd been bumped up to captain, with the former captain doing time.
Thanks, glad to know you're not a thief.
How's the king doing that now that he knows his gold spinning pride is fake?
Actually, he's feeling great. He's just heard of a guy called Midas who thinks he's got the golden touch. The king thinks he'll be rolling in gold before the week is out.
I groaned. It looks as if the king will keep me busy for the next happy ever afters. Very busy.
Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there lived a brother and a sister named Hansel and Gretel.
I'm handsome. 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 I'm handsome.
Yes, just as I said, they lived in a cottage in the woods with...
I'm handsome. I'm handsome. I'm handsome. I'm handsome. I'm handsome.
Enough! Enough! They lived in a cottage in the woods with their father who loved them very much, and their stepmother who had her sanity to consider.
Husband, your children are driving me crazy. I hate it. Take them into the woods and leave them.
But they'll get hungry.
Don't worry. A nice old witch will feed them gingerbread.
Oh, they'll like gingerbread. Come on, kids.
So they're stereotypically clueless, father. Far, far away and left them. However, he made one mistake. Instead of taking them into the woods,
Why did Dad leave us in the weed? It's all stickery. Ouch.
Hansel and Gretel stood around in the prickly, stickly weeds, waiting for their father. Finally, Gretel realized he was not coming back.
Dad's not
stickers all over it.
I'm handsome! I'm handsome! I'm handsome! I'm handsome! I'm handsome! Go back!
Their stepmother had a splitting headache when she called her husband.
Husband!
Yes, dear?
She told him where to take those noisy children.
Take those noisy children over the hills and deep into the woods and leave them.
But they'll get hungry.
Don't worry, 7 old little dwarfs will feed.
Oh, they'll like that. Come on, kids.
So their father took them over the hill and through twisted, scary trees, past the dens of hideous, smelling, unsupervised creatures who watched them as they passed, to a clearing. Their father patted them on the head and gave them some words of wisdom.
Say hello to Sneezy for me. Bye, kids.
Bye.
The father headed home wishing he was going to have gingerbread for breakfast.
Gingerbread.
Hansel and Gretel stood around as the forest got darker and darker.
I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel. I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel.
Night fell. It was cold and dark. The children had to sleep on the ground. The crickets chirped. The owls hooted. The moon came out. The wolves howled. Finally, it was morning. Gretel shook Hansel away.
Hansel, it's morning. I'm hungry. What's for breakfast?
You are. I mean, the delicious, darling children are having breakfast with me.
Hansel and Gretel introduced themselves.
I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel.
And I'm a nice old lady. My house is just over there, through those trees.
I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel.
Enough! Walk this way.
Now the nice old lady was really a wicked witch who liked to eat children. She took them into her house. Gretel looked around.
I thought you had a gingerbread house.
Oh, the property taxes on that thing were killing me.
Hansel was getting hungrier, so he asked again.
What's for breakfast?
Something delicious. But first you must have a bath.
The witch invited them to hop into a big pot of hot water. She said,
Scrub-a-dub-dub into the tub.
Why that carrot potato and celery
Floating in the bathtub. Oh, those are bath toys.
so Hansel and Gretel, who never were the brightest candles on the cake, hopped into the pot.
Gretel, my potato's a submarine. Ding, ding, ding. My cat's a torpedo.
The witch added some salt and spices.
What are you sprinkling on us?
Oh, just a bath salt.
There was a knock at the door.
Who's there?
I don't know what I've been told. Mama's got pots of gold. Do not grab one by the leg.
They smell like rotten egg.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Guess who's knocking at the door?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Dwarves don't like their supper late.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4,
Sound off.
5, 6, 6 dwarfs.
Attention. Pleased to meet you. I'm Bossy. I'm smelly.
I'm twitchy. I'm clumsy. I'm whiny. I'm achoo.
And here's Sneezy. We're here to wish you a good day. We live in the cottage down the way.
Passing by we can smell a most delicious bewitching smell of cinnamon finger and margarine.
So if you don't mind, may we come in?
You are in.
Hansel jumped up and shouted,
Hi, Sneezy! Achoo! My dad says hi!
the 6 dwarfs were real moochers. They started scrounging around for something to eat. They hadn't had a hot meal since Snow White married the handsome prince and moved away. But all they found were hideous gargoyles. That caused some confusion, and instead of finding food, they found
Spider legs in the cupboard. Frog tongues in the refrigerator.
Monkey is in the toaster. Rabbit tooth in the candy dish. Cockroach
found
A big pot of soup.
Soup! Where? I'm hungry!
children's soup. The dwarves tried to rescue the children. Unfortunately, they weren't very organised. They only made it worse. The dwarves yelled for the children to get out.
Get out of that soup pot.
The witch wants to cook you and eat you.
But the children had been in the hot water too long.
I'm melting! Me too!
Hansel and Gretel fainted in the hot water, and it was getting hotter. The dwarves tried to lift them out.
1, 2, 3, lift.
But the witch flapped her arms and yelled.
Stop that right now!
The leader of the elves was very brave.
Let them go, you mean old witch.
You let them go, or I'll turn you into dwarf hamsters.
Dwarf hamsters are so cute.
Life-size dwarf hamsters. Yeah.
The dwarves let go. They were afraid to be turned into hamsters. Their leader had an idea. He told Gretel.
Gretel, Gretel, kind of fairy godmother.
Gretel, Gretel, wake up!
Gretel, Gretel, kind of fairy godmother.
Gretel, Gretel, wake up!
Calling for a dog mother.
And in a blinding flash of light there appeared Wolf.
What are you?
Gretel's fairy dog mother.
No, Gretel, kind of fairy godmother.
Calling for a frog mother.
And with another blinding flash of light,
Ribbit.
What are you?
Gretel's fairy frog mother.
No, Gretel, kind of fairy godmother.
Gretel snoring shook the house.
She's asleep. She can't call anyone.
How about Hansel? Could he call his fairy godmother?
He's probably calling his fairy wolf mother.
This looked bad. Hansel and Gretel are almost raving. And instead of fairy godmother, we have a fairy dog mother
Wolf.
and a fairy frog mother.
Ribbit.
It looks like there will be no happy ending to this story. The elves burst into tears.
This is terrible, terrible, terrible.
Fairy dog and fairy frog mothers looked at each other.
We're in a pretty mess. You said it, Wonderwoods. I guess it's up to us. That's right, Magical Knight. Do you know what to do? Sure do. Let's roll.
The fairy dog mother cast a spell on the wicked witch, giving her fleas and allergies.
Sneezes, sneezes.
Oh, dog magic. I'm so afraid.
Itchy, itchy.
The fairy frog mother hopped over to the pot and said these magic words.
Hoppers, toppers, stoppers.
She hopped into the pot, splashing Hansel and Gretel out in a huge wave. The dwarves cheered. The wicked witch ran off to jump in the river to drown her fleas.
I'm so itchy, itchy.
And Hansel and Gretel recovered from their soup-induced heat stroke. They introduced themselves to the elves.
I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel.
Hi, we're the 5 dwarves. You might have heard of us in the story of Snow White.
I'm Hansel. I'm Hansel.
Enough!
The elves showed Hansel and Gretel the way home.
I'm Hansel. 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 I'm Hansel.
The elves couldn't get rid of Hansel and Gretel fast enough.
Honey, the kids are home.
Remember us? I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel. I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel. I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel. I'm Hansel. I'm Gretel.
Enough! Stop saying the same thing over and over and over again. You're driving us crazy.
Okay, Dad, we'd like to talk about biology instead.
Or architecture. Oh, I
stepmother magically turned into a loving, caring person. It was magic. And they all lived happily ever after.
Welcome to our evening. It's a little strange welcoming you at the end, but welcome. And I'd like to congratulate the boys on your behalf. 2 weeks of hard work of putting these plays together, and they've had to do it all. They've had to direct it, they've had to work out their stage settings and work out their costumes, and I think they've done very, very well. Would you join with me in congratulating the boys once again? Well done, guys. A number of these boys have been away skiing for a week at the National Championships. Others have been away a week with the flu and everything else. They've done very, very well, I believe, putting it all together. But there are 3 people who have helped them through all of this, and I think that we should thank them as well. And we have Mrs. Archer at the back. Would you like to come up, Mrs. Archer? And out on the side we have Mrs. Ismay. Coming up. And Miss Porter. Where's Miss Porter? The three of you stay out in the middle. There's a tale about each of these. All right. Mrs. Archer won't be here next week because she's going for a major operation on her arm. Mrs. Ismay won't be here next week because she's going for a major trip to Paris. And Miss Porter won't be here at the end of the week because she's going on a major trip of getting married. So on Saturday, she's getting married. I think the dress is nearly ready. We're not talking about it, but it's nearly ready. But anyway, we're on my captains, please. You come down. We've got a little something to say thank you for each of you and the hard work against all of the odds to bring all of this together. So thank you very much for your work. You can leave those at home for the family to enjoy. Right? Mrs. Archie, you can take them with you. And Miss Porter, if they're still alive, you can carry them unless you've got a better boat.
I'll see how they go.
See how they go. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. And boys, congratulations. You've done a wonderful job against all the odds. We nearly cancelled because of the amount of sickness. But boys such as William stepped into other parts because Hamish is not here. We had other understudies ready to go, but I think you've done a wonderful job. I hope you've enjoyed it. Would you stand up and take another photo? If you have cameras and you want to take photographs, you may go up and mingle with the boys up on the stage. But thank you very much for being with us tonight. Well done, guys. Just go back in case people want photographs of you. I think some might need you here.